And then it was time for Bookwyrm's Question and Answer session. And we'll begin with Rose's questions because she asked entirely too many, coming in at, let me see, 9 to begin with. Lovely. Alright, number 1. Any particular reason that you misspelled bookworm when you signed up for Narnia Web? I did not misspell bookworm. I spelled bookworm properly, and you would know that I had spelled it properly if you weren't such a Philistina. Okay, number 2. Favorite memory on this forum? How did I know you people are going to ask a question like this? I've been a member since 2006. That's a long time to just pick one memory. I'd have to say probably becoming a moderator and every April Fool's ever. Sith Lady, Dr. Quinn, the time I pretended I was a girl named Natalie and posted in pink and people believed me. Yeah, those. That's my answer. Final answer. Okay, number 3. Will you be homeless now that you've moved out of my closet? Well, that depends on whether I've actually moved out of your closet or not. Just kidding. I actually moved into Mally's closet. Hi, Mally! Okay, number 4. Are you going to dress up for Comic-Con next year? Yes, of course. What kind of a geek would I be if I didn't dress up when I went to Comic-Con? Right now I'm thinking about going as the Phantom Stranger, though I haven't made a final decision. Favorite food? Pizza and french fries. All the good food groups right there. Number 6. Are you ever going to record your Slenderman story for me? Why would I do that? It's way more fun to keep dangling it over your head like a little carrot or something, and just, driving you nuts and irritating you with the promise of it. So, yep, that. Okay, if you were going to be a kind of animal, what would it be? Humans are animals, thus I am already an animal, so I would choose to be me. Number 9. If you were going to be a mythological creature, what would it be? Wizards count as creatures, right? So, wizard. Okay, we come to Mally's questions now. She only has 4 because she's nicer than Rose. Maybe I ought to move out of her closet and go back to Rose's closet. That might be a good idea. Okay. Number 1. What's the most awesomely random thing you've ever done? Wearing a cape to work. Definitely wearing a cape to work. Had a little hood on it and everything. It was black. It was like a vampire cape. It was really cool. People stared. It was fun. Number 2. If you could be any fictional character, who would you be? Gandalf. Gandalf or Superman? Superman actually gets a girlfriend, so Superman. Okay, number 3. What's the deep dark secret behind the pink font? It confuses people, makes them ask questions, kind of creeps them out a little, so that's the secret. 4. What house in Hogwarts would you be sorted into? Of course I would be sorted into Hufflepuff. How could you ever doubt that I would go anywhere else but the home of friendship and caring and just general all-around goodness? Yeah, right. Slytherin. Okay, Minnow wants to know what my evil laugh sounds like. Okay. Okay, now we come to Elle's lone question, because she likes me more than Rose. Let's see. Favorite sci-fi shows from most favorite to least favorite. Most favorite is Doctor Who, easily. After that, we'd get Star Trek: The Next Generation, Babylon 5, The X-Files, Stargate SG-1, Terminator: The Sarah Connor Chronicles, Fringe, and Lost. Now, I do have 2 honorable mentions in Farscape and Battlestar Galactica, but I have not finished them, so I cannot properly rate them. And we come to Ithy's first questions. Who would win if you fought a Dalek? It would definitely be me. I'm invulnerable, remember? All the Dalek could do is go, "Exterminate! Exterminate!" and shoot me, and that wouldn't really work. So, me, I'd win. Okay, now she wants to know if she's my favorite minion. Now, I am really ashamed of you for asking this question. I mean, how could you doubt that I love each and every one of my minions equally? I have no favorites. You are all wonderful. Okay, what is your opinion of Lady A from an Overlord's perspective? She has weird pointy ears, and she's some kind of freakish mermaid elf human monstrosity, and thus must be opposed by any means possible. And she has terrible taste in interior decoration, so all in all, she's a worthy foe, I guess. Maybe. Okay, and now we come to questions from 12. If I were a bunny who stole a carrot from your garden, what would you do in retaliation? I'd kill you and eat you, put you in a stew, probably with carrots in it, just for a little bit of irony. And Iffy's next question. What is your favorite memory of me? I hate these questions. It's so hard to pick out one single thing. I mean, we've had a lot of fun in Ditto Town and in the chat and stuff. I can't really pick. I just have to say everything. That counts. That's a valid answer. 12 asks another question now. If you weren't an evil overlord, what would your dream job be? Being an evil overlord is my dream job. But if I couldn't be an evil overlord, I guess I would have to be a mall Santa. Not the nice kind, the kind that, tells the kids that they've been too bad to get presents this year, and since they've been so horrible, all the reindeer are going to show up at their house and eat all their presents. I'd be that kind of mall Santa. Okay, Ithy wants to know what sparked my interest in Slenderman. This is a boring story, quite frankly. It would be way more interesting to say that I saw him or something along those lines, but what actually happened was I started following this comic book video blog by a guy who goes by the name Linkara. He's snarky and a lot of fun, and I was reading his TV Tropes page, and it mentioned something that shows up further along in the series called The Entity. I have no idea what this actually is because I haven't watched that far into the series, but TV Tropes compared it to Slenderman. Now, I had absolutely no idea what Slenderman was. I'd never heard of him before then. So I googled him, and this was back in the days when he actually had a Wikipedia page. He doesn't anymore because the idiots at Wikipedia deleted the page, even though it had a ton of sources and links to all the blogs and the original thread on something awful that created him and everything. It was a good page. But I read it. It was interesting. It mentioned all these video blogs, regular blogs, fan art, stuff like that. So I started looking it up, and despite the fact that the acting's not so great in some of the vlogs, I found the stories to be compelling enough that I got hooked on them. And then I came up with my idea for a novel involving the mythos. And now I can totally claim watching scary movies until 6 in the morning as research for my novel, so I'm allowed to do it. That's just how awesome it is being an author to be. Okay, Ithy's next question is, describe David Tennant in 4 words. Dude has awesome hair. What religious denomination are you, if any? Heretic. Rose's questions. Rose, seriously, you're asking more questions? What is your opinion of country music? Country music. Dying cows bellowing in pain while banging on tin wash tubs with broken ukuleles would make better music than the average country music singer. And if that offends somebody, I'm not sorry. What is your favorite of the nicknames I've come up with for you? I'm partial to the time you called me darling. I really liked that. That was nice. Wild Rose. The other Rose. How did you become the evil dark overlord? That dates back to when I first became a moderator on Naughty Web. I was the less tactful member of the mod squad, blunt, bit mean. I don't know, mean's not the right word, but I was less inclined to let people get away with stuff than other people were. Let's just put it that way. I've mellowed a little bit, but back then I called myself the Dark Lord of GMD, which eventually spread to my online persona in Ditto Town and the chat, and it just kind of stuck around. If you were told you were going to die and could choose your death, what would you choose? I choose to live to be about 100 years old, die in my own bed, with all of my faculties still intact, and with no pain whatsoever. All is fair in love and war. True or false? False to the first, true to the second. You find a genie in a bottle and he offers you one wish. What is your wish? I'd wish for a billion wishes. And more questions from Rose. And this time it's about llamas, because Rose is obsessed with llamas and really should seek help for her obsession. I mean, it can't be healthy to spend all your time wondering about llamas. I mean, what kind of a life must you leave if llamas are your only topic of conversation? Maybe that's why she can't pronounce Ithy right. You know, maybe the llama obsession is eating away at the parts of her brain that control pronunciation, and so instead of saying it Ithy like everybody knows it's supposed to be, she says Ethy. I haven't decided to disown her yet over the Ethy thing, but I might. And that's what I think about llamas. And since that seems to be the end of the questions, I guess we can end this little question and answer session. I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on things and won't start nagging me for another one for a while, because I'm busy. So I guess I'll say goodbye now. Bye!
Here's a llama, there's a llama, and another little llama. Fuzzy llama, funny llama, 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 duck. Llama, llama, cheesecake llama, tablet, bread, potato llama, 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 mushroom llama, 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 duck. I was once a tree house, I lived in a cake, but I never saw the way the orange laid the rake. I was only 3 years dead, but it told a tale, and now listen, little child, to the safety rail. Did you ever see a llama kiss a llama on the llama? Llama's llama, taste of llama, 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 duck. Half a llama, twice the llama, not a llama, farmer llama, llama in a car, alarm, a llama, 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 duck. This is how it's sold now, is it also old? Is it made of lemon juice, doorknob ankle cold? Now my song is getting thin, I run out of luck. Time for me to return now and become a duck.
Rose, I hope you're happy.